Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Follow us on Twitter at SDNet for announcements about what's coming up.
It is 9 o'clock and you are welcome to start the meeting whenever the notion takes you.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the South Dakota Department of Transportation Commission meeting, Friday, May 15th, 2026 at 9 a.m. via conference call. We'll call the meeting to order. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Chris Frick.
Here.
Lynn Jensen.
Here.
Jeff Carroll.
Here.
Larry Nelson.
Here.
Don Roby.
Here.
Ron Rosenboom.
Here.
Rick Valerie.
Here.
Mike Valley.
Here.
Austin Simons.
Here. We do have a quorum. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is consideration of conflicts of interest. Are there any commissioners on the phone or in the room that would like to declare a conflict of interest at this time? Okay, hearing none. Next thing on the agenda is approval of April 23rd, 2026 meeting minutes. The chair would look for a motion.
Valley also move.
Roby second. Valley, I hear Valley first, Roby second. Is there any questions, comments, or changes on the minutes? Hearing none, we have a motion for approval. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick.
Aye.
Jensen.
Aye.
Carroll.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Rosenboom. Rosenboom.
Aye.
Valerie.
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye. The minutes from last meeting are approved. Thank you, everyone. Next thing on the agenda is public input. Is there anybody on the phone that would like to address the commission? If so, please state your name and address the chair, and you will be recognized. Is there anybody in the room that wishes to provide public input? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to Mike Beam, Director of Planning and Engineering.
Yeah, good morning, Chairman. This is Sam Weisgram. Mike's traveling today, so we just have one item on the agenda for planning and engineering, and that's the consideration of award of bids. And I will be presenting those recommendations to the commission. So if you're ready, I can proceed with those recommendations at this time.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Thank you, Sam.
All right, thank you. So we'll start. We have three bid openings for your consideration today. And I'd like to start with the May 6th bid opening, which is attachment 2A. You should have the low bid sheets in attachment 2A for the May 6th bid opening. The May 6th bid opening consisted of 11 contracts. 47 bids were received. Low bids totaled $26,380,000, which is $345,000 or 1.3% below the engineer's estimate of $26,725,000. We have completed our review of the bids for the May 6th bid opening and have three recommendations for you on this bid opening. The first recommendation includes projects 1 through 7 and projects 10 and 11. So projects 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 10 were all within 10% of our estimate. Projects 1, 5, and 11 were all more than 10% below our engineer's estimate. Based on our review of the bids, we are recommending approval of the award of these contracts.
Okay, the DOT's recommendation is for approval. Sam, can you repeat those for me here? I'm trying to grab a pen. I'm on the road.
Sure. It is projects 1 through 7 and project numbers 10 and 11.
Okay. 1 through 7 and 10 and 11. Okay, recommendation is for approval of projects 1 through 7 and 10 through 11. The chair would entertain a motion.
Roby moves approval.
Jensen seconds. Okay, we have a first and second. Is there any discussion on those bid lettings? Okay, we have a motion for approval. Hearing no discussion, Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Karam,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Carrie. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you. The next recommendation is for project number 8. Bituminous Paving was the low bidder of 3 bids for this project. Their bid was $231,000, which is $43,000 or 22.7% above the engineer's estimate of $188,000. This project consists of chip seal on US 18 from Winter to Cologne. Although the bid was moderately higher than what we had anticipated, we did not identify any concerns with the bid pricing received. And as a result, we are recommending approval of the award of this contract.
Okay, the recommendation is for approval of item number 8. Chair would entertain a motion.
Frick will make a motion to approve.
Valerie second.
Okay, Frick and Valerie second. Is there any discussion or questions? Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval for item number 8. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Karam,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye. Motion carries. Sam, back to you.
Thank you. Last recommendation will be for project number 9. Z&Z Seal Coating was the ASCHEC low bidder of 5 bids for this project. Their bid was $288,000, which is $42,000 or 17.2% above the engineer's estimate of $246,000. This project consists of crack sealing on routes in the Watertown area. Through review of the bid, we do feel the bid pricing is justifiable, especially in consideration of the 5 bids received. As a result, we are recommending approval of the award of this contract.
Okay, thank you, Sam. Recommendation is for approval of bid item number 9. Can the chair get a motion?
Valley also move. Pass.
Valley moves for approval. And a second.
Rosenboom will second.
Okay, Rosenbroom will second. Is there any questions, comments?
Mr. Chair,
This is Rosenboom.
Yes.
A quick question.
Yep.
Where is this located, in Pennington or Watertown? I maybe missed something.
This job here was located within the Watertown area, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna verify here with their results. Oh, it's correct. Yeah, it was this job here was within the Watertown area.
Not just one location then, Sam, I'm assuming.
Correct, there was multiple
Right.
locations.
Right.
Okay.
A little travel involved.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, any other questions?
Yes, Mr.
Yep.
Chair. Commissioner Valerie, I'm
Yep.
not familiar with this particular company. Have we done business with them before?
Yes, we do have experience with them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, hearing none, we have a motion and a second for approval. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye, motion carries. Anything else, Sam?
Yeah, we will move on to the next bid opening, which was the
Okay.
May 12th bid through the Mitchell region on May 12th. It's attachment 2B.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the May 12th bid opening consisted of just this one contract through the Mitchell region. Midwest Constructors was the low bidder of 3 bids for this contract. Their bid was $512,000, which was $183,000 or 55% above the engineer's estimate of approximately $330,000. This project consists of mowing and weed spraying of a Turner County wetland bank site and also some routes within the Sioux Falls area. After review of the bid, we feel the bid prices are high, and we have worked with the region office there and identified areas within the contract that we feel we can modify to potentially improve bid results. As a result, we are recommending rejection of the bids for this contract.
Okay. Recommendation from DOT is to reject project number P00SW789, et cetera. Can the chair would entertain a motion?
Valerie moves
Frick will make a motion.
to reject.
Heard Valerie first
Frick a second to reject.
and Frickle second. Okay. To reject the bid. Is there any questions? Okay, hearing none. We have a first and a second for rejection. Carrie, would you call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is attachment 2C, Sam, I'm assuming?
Yes, that is correct. The attachment 2C is for the
Okay.
May 13th bid opening that we just had here on Wednesday. That bid opening consisted of 9 contracts. A total of 40 bids were received. The low bids totaled $89,933,000, which is $7,884,000, or 9.6% above the engineer's estimate of $82,049,000. We have completed our review of the bids, and we have 4 recommendations for you. The first recommendation involves projects 2 and 3 and 6 through 9. So project 8 was within 10% of our engineer's estimate. Projects 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9 were all more than 10% below our engineer's estimate. Based on our review of the bids, we are recommending approval of the award of contracts 2 and 3 and 6 through 9.
Okay, thank you. Chair would entertain a motion.
Jensen moves to approve.
Okay, Jensen's first for approval. Your second.
Roby second.
Rosenboom will second.
I got Roby on second. Any questions, comments? Okay, hearing none. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Jerem,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, Carrie. Back to you, Sam.
All right, the next project we have for you is number 1. Heavy Constructors was the Aztec low bid of 3 bids for this project. Their bid was $77,697,000, which is $6,940,000, or 9.8% above the engineer's estimate of $70,757,000. This project consists of interchange reconstruction at Interstate 90, which is exit 46 at Piedmont. After review of the bid and considering current market conditions, we feel the pricing received is reasonable and justifiable for the work being completed. In addition, there was no specific item of work or area of the bid that was bid unreasonably high that would support the reletting of this project. As a result, we are recommending approval of the award of this contract.
Okay, thank you. Recommendation is for approval of item number 1 on attachment 2C. The chair would entertain a motion or questions.
Valley will move approval.
Rosenboom will move approval.
Okay, so we have Valley first, Rosenboom second. Is there any questions on this? Okay, hearing none. Carrie, would you please call the roll?
Frick,
Aye.
Jensen,
Aye.
Karam,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Roby,
Aye.
Rosenboom,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
Valley,
Aye.
Simons.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Back to you, Sam.
Great, thank you. The next project is that we have a recommendation for is project number 4. Bituminous Paving was the low bidder of 2 bids for this project. Their bid was $6,121,000, which is $950,000, or 18.4% above the engineer's estimate of $5,171,000. This project consists of chip sealing on both the interstate and other various routes in the Mitchell area. Through our review, we didn't have any significant concerns with the bid pricing received, and as a result, we are recommending approval of the award of this contract.
Okay, recommendation is for approval of item number 4. Chair would entertain a
Roby
motion.
moves approval.
Okay, Roby first. Is there a second?
Rosenboom will second.
Okay, Rosenboom second. Any questions? Okay, hearing none.
Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, can
Yep.
This is Rosenboom. Sam, are we seeing fuel prices in these bids at this point, or
Yeah,
hard to say?
we do feel that we're starting to feel that more and more as time progresses here. We did talk to the low bidder on this job, and we did visit with him quite a bit about the trucking haul cost to bring this material, these chips, to the project, and that's definitely part of what you see here in that difference is that increase. There's some other contributing factors with this job as well, with it being in a high volume location along Interstate 90 there within the Mitchell area, and doing several locations and ramps. But yes, fuel is one of the contributing factors that we are seeing.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing none. Carrie, we have a motion for approval for bid item number 4. Would you please call the roll?
Frick, Frick,
Carrie, are you on?
I'm on. Or maybe I'm
Oh.
quiet today. Frick?
Oh,
Okay, Frick's not answering. Jensen?
No, I
Oh,
said aye. I said aye.
there you go. Aye. Jensen?
Aye.
Karam?
Aye.
Nelson?
Aye.
Roby?
Aye.
Rosenboom?
Aye.
Valerie?
Aye.
Valley?
Aye.
Simons?
aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Sam, back to you.
All right. The last recommendation is for project number 5. Bituminous Paving was the low bidder of 3 bids for this project. Their bid was $4,278,000, which is $748,000 or 21.2% above the engineer's estimate of $3,530,000. This project, once again, is a chip sealing project on multiple routes in the Watertown area. Although the bid was moderately higher than anticipated, we do feel the bid pricing is justifiable in consideration of the competitive bids received. As a result, we are recommending approval of the award of this contract.
Okay, recommendation is for approval of item number 5. Chair would entertain a motion or questions.
Valerie moves.
Are you
Approval.
okay? There we go. We have Valerie for a first. Do we have a second?
Karam second.
Okay, Karen will second. Is there any questions? Okay, hearing none. Carrie, would you call the roll, please?
Frick?
Aye.
Jensen?
Aye.
Karam?
Aye.
Nelson?
Aye.
Roby?
Aye.
Rosenboom?
Aye.
Valerie?
Aye.
Valley?
Aye.
Simons?
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Anything else, Sam?
No, that will be it for planning and engineering, I believe.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
this is Joel.
thank you. Yes, go ahead.
So if I'm not mistaken, Sam, the Project 1 Exit 46, is that the largest project that financially wise the commission's ever let through on history?
Yeah, we were looking at that yesterday, and we believe that is the case. Dollar wise, we believe that nearly 78 million is the largest.
Okay, well, I just wanted to recognize and acknowledge that one, it's been a project that's been in the works for quite a number of years, and two, for you guys in the commission, you just set a record, so congratulations. And I know it probably will be short-lived here soon as we look at the Platte Winter Bridge here towards the end of summer here, but yeah, I think it was a milestone for us, so just wanted to point that out.
Okay,
If
thank
I
you.
could add, this is
Go ahead.
Rosenboom. If I could add to that, the people in Piedmont will be pleased, I believe, that they're getting that upgrade to that site. So been
Okay.
been kind of a long haul on that.
Well, we feel very good that we finally got it to this point, and we're up for bids now, and you have awarded it. So now we can look forward to getting it constructed. It'll take us 3 years to get done, but we're all hands on deck here to get this moved forward. Thank you.
Okay. You bet. Thanks everybody for the hard work on that. We know you guys spent a lot of time, so kind of cool to see it all come together. Anybody else have anything? Okay. Hearing nothing else, next scheduled meeting is Thursday, May 28th at 9. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Links to live events and their archives are available at sd.net. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Links to live events and their archives are available at sd.net. You are listening to South Dakota Public Broadcasting's live webcast service on the South Dakota Network. More information at sd.net. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Links to live events and their archives are available at sd.net. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Follow us on Twitter at SDNet for announcements about what's coming up. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Download the SDNet app to your mobile device and listen wherever you are. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of South Dakota Public Broadcasting. Links to live events and their archives are available at sd.net. You are listening to South Dakota Public Broadcasting's live webcast service on the South Dakota Network. More information at sd.net. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Links to live events and their archives are available at sd.net. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Follow us on Twitter at SDNet for announcements about what's coming up. Thank you for listening to the South Dakota Network, a service of SDPB. Download the SDNet app to your mobile device and listen wherever you are.